30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees right triangle is one of the special right triangle because the angle here is we have the 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and the 90 degrees. This right triangle is a special because we can use some formulas so that we can easily get the length of the missing side of a right triangle. So to introduce to you this one, always remember that the 30 degrees is opposite to a shorter leg, or that is SL. And the 60 degrees is always opposite to a longer leg, or that is LL. And 90 degrees is opposite to a side that we call it hypotenuse, or that is edge. Don't forget that the angle measures 30 degrees is always opposite to a shorter leg. Meaning to say, this leg is shorter than the side opposite of 60 degrees. And the angle measures 60 degrees is always opposite to a longer leg. And of course, this right angle, or the right angle, is opposite to the longest side that we call it hypotenuse. So that's it. For the next example, here is the formula. What is the formula of a 30, 60, 90 right triangles? So this is 30 degrees, and the other one is 60 degrees, and this is the shorter leg, the other one is longer leg, and this is the hypotenuse. Let's say, for example, we're looking for the shorter leg. We're looking for the shorter leg. The formula for that is, once the hypotenuse is given, divide it by 2. The given here is hypotenuse. Once the hypotenuse is given, divide it by 2, and that is the shorter leg. In another case, to get the shorter leg, when the given here is the longer leg, this is longer leg, divide it to square root of 3. And later on, we will learn how to simplify a fraction when there is a radical in the denominator. And to get the longer leg, and the given here is the shorter leg, just simply get the shorter leg, multiply it by square root of 3. And the last one, when the missing here is hypotenuse, and the given here is shorter leg, all you need to do is to multiply the shorter leg by 2. These are the formula that we can use to get the missing shorter leg, the longer leg, and the hypotenuse. Let's have this example. For this example, let's say x is equal to 5. We need to find the hypotenuse since this is the shorter leg and this is the longer leg, we need to identify the longer leg and the hypotenuse, given the shorter leg, which is 5. Based on the formula, the given is shorter leg, which is 5. Find the longer leg. To get the longer leg, multiply the shorter leg by square root of 3. Shorter leg here is 5, square root of 3. So this is now the answer. To get the hypotenuse, given the shorter leg, hypotenuse is double the shorter leg. 2 times the shorter leg is 5. So the hypotenuse now is 10. This is our example number 1. For example number 2, let's say for example that the hypotenuse here is 20. Find the shorter leg and the longer leg. So this is 30 degrees and the other one is 60 degrees. The given here is hypotenuse, which is 20. Find number 1, the shorter leg. The shorter leg is hypotenuse divided by 2. So the hypotenuse here is 20 divided by 2. So the answer is 10. So this is now 10. To get the longer leg, all we need to do is to go back to the shorter leg, which is 10. So shorter leg, square root of 3, and the shorter leg is 10, square root of 3. So this will be the value of the longer leg. That is our example number 2. Another special right triangle is a 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees right triangle. The two triangles here has the measure of 45 degrees and 45 degrees, and the other one is 90 degrees. The side opposite to 45 degrees is called the leg, and another 45 degrees, the opposite side of it is also a leg. So we have leg and another leg, and a right angle is opposite to a hypotenuse. So let's use H for the hypotenuse, L for the leg. The formula for this one, for the special right triangle, 45, 45, 90 right triangle, whenever we identify the hypotenuse, it is equal to the leg times square root of 2. This is the formula. And whenever we identify for the leg, the formula here is hypotenuse over square root of 2. The two acute angles are congruent. Therefore, the opposite sides are also congruent. Meaning to say, since the two angles here are equal or congruent, so even their opposite sides now are equal. So later on, I will give you an example on how to use or apply the formula in 45, 45, 90 right triangles. For example number 1, in this example, let's say one of the leg is 8 square root of 2. The formula here is, let's look for the value of the hypotenuse and another leg. It's obvious that the two legs are equal, so definitely the leg here is 8 square root of 2. This is 8 square root of 2. And the hypotenuse here is, age is the leg times square root of 2. So the result here is 8 square root of 2 times square root of 2 based on the formula. This is now 8 square root of 2 times 2 is 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. That's why 8 times 2. And the answer is 16. This is now the value of the hypotenuse given the length is equal to 8 square root of 2. For the other example, let's say for example here is the age is equal to 12. Let's find the leg and another leg. But this one is under 45, 45, 90 right triangle. Take note that the two legs are equal. So whatever the length of this leg is also the same with the another leg. So the formula for this one is leg is equal to hypotenuse over square root of 2. So the hypotenuse here is 12. Divide it to square root of 2. To simplify this fraction, having a radical in the denominator, we will now rationalize the denominator by multiply the numerator and the denominator by the given denominator. So the answer will be 12 square root of 2 over 2. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. That is square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. The square root of 4 is 2. That is why it is 2. And we can now divide 12 and 2. That will become 6 square root of 2. This will be the value for length. So this is leg. This is now 6 square root of 2. And the other one is 6 square root of 2. That is the example for number 2. For this example, in number 3, this is a combination of 30, 60, 90 right triangle and a 45, 45, 90 degrees right triangle. As you can see, one of the leg here is 4 square root of 2 and E is missing and the two are equal. So E now is equal to 4 square root of 2 because the two are similar or equal. To find B, and B here is the hypotenuse under 45, 45, 90 right triangle. So B is equal to the leg which is D and E times square root of 2. So the leg here is 4 square root of 2 times square root of 2. The answer here is 4 square root of 4. Or that is 4 times the square root of 4 is 2. This will give you 8. For number 3, we will find A. A here is opposite to 30 degrees. And this is now the shorter leg. And B will be the longer leg. And C will be the hypotenuse. Since B here is 8, shorter leg now is the longer leg divided to square root of 3. And the longer leg here is 8. Divide it by square root of 3. Since the denominator is a radical, rationalize the denominator by multiplying the numerator and denominator by square root of 3. So the result is 8 square root of 3 over 3. Since we cannot get the lowest term of 8 and 3, so this will be the final answer. And for number 4, which is find C, and that's the hypotenuse, that is double the shorter leg. Shorter leg times 2. The shorter leg here is 8 square root of 3 over 3, multiply it by 2. So the answer here is 16 square root of 3 over 3. This is now the value of C. 3 is the value of A, 8 is the value of B, and E has the value of 4 square root of 2.